Greeting and welcome, faithful, to another episode of Let's Play Frostpunk. Right, so the autosave caused the game to crash. Well, either that or I'm really bad at optimizing stuff, so we've lost about a day. And what am I doing? I think of building some automatons and waiting for stuff to happen, otherwise. Right, I was also building another hothouse. And there's not currently any clickables that I want to use. Right. Just keep on going. Let's see if we can recoup a day. Right, so the end of thievery event still happened. Good, good. Didn't actually reduce the Londoners, I think, but sure. That'll come. Alright, let's explore the stone ship, which gives us the snow-covered supplies. Go. People abandon Londoners. Alright, so far so good. And there comes the cold. Right, now to make sure that any building within the radius is properly heated. Alright, hothouse selection is done. Let's go for the houses. I suppose I just put people to work there. Alright, that's just a new automaton. You can work here. Explore the lost supplies. There's some raw food. Good. Not great, but it's good. Alright, here we got the steam core, so we can make that thing happen again. The house has been researched. Let's get the house redesign. Where to put the next automaton to work? Can't really put the automaton to work at the factory. That would be a little bit too weird. I was thinking about getting a few more hunters hangars. Just to boost our food supply.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Yeah, that needs some insulation. Alright, I've got on the law. Hey! Finally awake again. Extra rations for the ill.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
I do believe I have some spare engineers, right? Yeah, a couple. So let's just swap out the engineers and the workers so we can get some more food going. That's the other way around, right? Right, that was what I'm trying to do, get workers who can actually operate this particular facility. Right, a little bit extra food coming in, good, good. Temperatures are gonna go back up, so we're not in immediate problems, but of course, being this cold is a slight problem for any facility that's not currently being heated. Which is causing people to get sick. Now, at the moment we have more than enough supplies, but, you know, really wish that could go faster. Alright, let's trigger everything. We may get another event to make that better. Right, let's get the cookhouse insulation. And we may as well just get upgrading. I don't want to do it too fast, because leaving people out in the cold like that can be a bit of a concern. I mean, we have spare houses, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also, if I do it too fast, I may not have enough resources to actually do anything particularly useful. Steel is still a bit of a problem. Let's improve the doing advanced steelworks. A huge success, sir. The automaton project is complete. Automatons can now be produced at lower cost and used in medical facilities. We learned to modify the automatons with position attachments, allowing them to work on the most fragile thing we know of, the human body. It also turns out we can remove some non-essential parts. Well done! Though they're now even cheaper. Now, I was never gonna wait for that. The event can trigger quite early on, but it's always a bit iffy if that actually does. But the discount is not all that much. I'm not all that fussed. Alright, so we got another delivery. Let's create some more housing. Yeah, nothing much doing. Advanced steelworks. How is my coal supply? About 2 days. That's not an immediate concern. Let's get the advanced heaters, because I might need that sooner than I think. Sooner than I want. Also, let's upgrade the advanced steelworks. Oh, that's right. I was gonna put the other automaton to work there. Before I forget again. Alright. The last bit of respite is coming. Yay! I think the Londoner situation has been fixed. No more division, we are one society. We are united again. Sweet! We are united. The last of the Londoners have finally seen the folly of their plan. Nobody wants to leave the city anymore. We won a hard-fought victory over fear and despair. The tragedy of Winterhome crushed our hope, but not our spirit. We can now stand united once again, stronger than ever, in the face of an uncertain future. Well done. Yes, well done indeed. Right. It's almost impossible to believe that minus 40 is actual respite from the most crushing cold, but at the moment that's absolutely fine. We just have some people working, there's nothing else to do outside. I'll keep my scout team out there, and I don't need the workers at the moment. Alright, just get swapped over. You still have wood in range. Right, that'll do fine. I mean, I could put the automatons into work in the gathering posts. And I may do that later, but right now that's not a concern, and I kinda want to preserve some steam cores. We actually have topped off on food. On raw food, rather. Alright. Mayhaps we need another cookhouse. Let's see if we can squirrel the range of our heat. I'm not entirely sure it's within range, but it should be fine. What did we get? Oh, another law. Let's go for the House of Healing. We need to build one, of course. It's quite an awkward building. But you can't really turn sideways, but that's fine. Alright, we'll heat that up. And we'll put some workers in there. Alright. And let's put the automaton on the cookhouse. I may need to heat the cookhouse anyway, because otherwise I can't heat up the meals, but, you know. We still have time. Let's get the boosted scout sleds. Alright. More raw food and more actual food. Alright, my actual food storage is decent. Could probably be better still. Get some more scouts. I mean, I may as well. Let's keep upgrading houses though. Now we're running a bit low on the wood. I'm guessing some of the sawmills have run out of supplies. No, not yet. Just not working quite as efficiently as before because... well, reasons, I guess. Well, it is hot in here, so... where am I Well, people getting cold still. Alright, the cookhouse is now comfortable again. But the gathering posts are all chilly. They need to have upgraded insulation. Unexpected guests. Captain, a group of exhausted survivors have reached our city. From their frantic explanations, we know they've come a great distance and that many of them died on the way. The phrase, "doom is coming," keeps being repeated, and they say many more refugees are following them. They are begging you to help them, sir. Well, we will help them, of course. So now we have a reason to send out scouts again. So you go meet the refugees. Now this does mean I have way more people coming than probably would be reasonable to expect. Since I don't let anyone die on the way here, but you know, sacrifices must be made for the greater good of mankind. Additional scouts, good. Right, I needed to get the insulation for the gathering posts, right? Unless I miscalculated because... Oh no, they're fine, they're fine. Right, so we don't need that right now. It can wait. Let's research the wall drill. We may need that extra wood supply. And let's also build some more automatons. Sir, an engineer is here to see you. He has letters for you from his team. My workers asked me to deliver this. They're plain people, so it reads like bad poetry, but here's the gist of it. They want to thank you, sir. The sight of this automaton working tirelessly in inhuman cold, where previously they toiled and suffered, is something worth living for. Hope will rise. Well, goody. And should really get to work on integration, perhaps. Actually, let's get the steam wall drill going. Now, the wall drill is an interesting beastie. Essentially, we are on a... the city is built inside of a hole in a giant glacier that has actually moved over top a forest at some point. So many trees are frozen in underneath the ice. But that's fine, because we can make use of that. And strictly speaking, I don't think this is necessary, but I'll do this anyway. Alright, got plenty of people. We've got a constantly operating cookhouse. It's not as efficient, of course, but still. Serious accident. Sir, there's been an accident. An automaton has stepped on a man, crushing his leg and crippling him for life. People argue that the automatons should walk more slowly and carefully, even at the cost of their efficiency. Oh, we can't afford that. So now occasionally we will have people die or getting injured from the automatons. But we have prostheses. They can work. Right. Many more people coming in. Another automaton has been built.
Works out. There.
Right, we have one more laws that can be passed. I don't see any need for more laws though. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. Maybe if something important comes up, but I don't think anything will. Right. You here. You here. Is there anywhere where an automaton cannot work? Right, I think this one has officially run out of supplies, yes. Is there anywhere else I can build a sawmill? Well, yes, there is. Street is not connected to a generator. I'm pretty sure that I made it so it was. Alright, so we should now have more than enough. Refugees from Frostland, running from the storm. A huge crowd of people has reached our city. Many of them are sick. They say that some kind of enormous weather anomaly is coming our way, and they'll die without our help. We'd never have survived it. Thank our lucky stars that the polar explorer Nansen warned us about the disaster and told us to evacuate. Please let us in. They can come in. Everyone is welcome. Of course, now I need more housing, but you know... everyone is welcome. Now first let's upgrade the houses we have. And let's remove this cookhouse. Right. Nothing else for now. You have to wait until we get the next notification. Right. The next batch comes in. Right, while they're working on that... let's realign these roads so we can have perfectly straight lines. Right. I need more storage again. No more wood. Steam wall drill. That's probably fine for now. Right, the coal is going backwards. That's not great. Let's get some more efficient gathering once I have the resources for it. I'm pretty sure the coal piles are still... I didn't never put the automatons on it. Alright, well, that'll help.
The work shift starts.
Right, so these houses on the outer rim are livable, but not getting heated by anything. efficient gathering. Get some hothouse insulation. Alright, food. Food. I guess more steel. So if I put a field kitchen here, can I heat up the houses? No. Sir, a dying old man has written a letter to you from the House of Healing. I will die a good death in due time, not in pain from illness or cold. I will die in peace, knowing that our city is in good hands. You understand that. More than food and shelter, people need something to nourish their souls. For this, I thank you. May he depart in peace. Someone died of old age. That is novel. Alright. So, let's see if we can make this efficient. So first off, let's see. Now, all these roads are all properly aligned. Every kid has a place in a child shelter. That may update to say that it doesn't, but well, I can't really do anything about that. This road also needs to be removed. Right. Can have another scout team, right? Alright, let's create it. Reduce the amount of food we need. Alright. Hothouse insulation. Let's get healthcare insulation next. Coal balance is doing well overall. Still many people getting sick though. So where's the cold? It's mostly the workshops. This child shelter. Yeah, the heaters are just not enough anymore. Second wave. Another huge group of refugees has arrived. They're even worse condition than the previous one. Many of them victims of frostbite. They all talk about a huge storm coming from the south. Jensen led us north because his years exploring the Arctic taught him to survive here using natural resources. Nobody could have guessed what was coming though. Should we let them in? Everyone is welcome. Another 70 people. Probably when my engineers are getting sick. Alright, let's speed up the research then.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Alright, so this may be too much for even the most resilient of housing. Alright, let's heat up everything that we can. Everything that's needed. Because we will need it, definitely. Alrighty then. Well, that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.